Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit duluthnewstribune.com/subscribe now to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Tuesday, April 11th. I'm Wyatt Buckner with the Duluth News Tribune Minute, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. Frank Gerald Meyer sent his final communication at 7:40 p.m. October 2nd, 2019. It was a simple 2-word text message to his then 11-year-old daughter, Ariana, quote, "Love you," end quote. By the time she read and responded to the message the next morning, authorities said Meyer, 47, was already dead. But it would be nearly a week before his body was found inside his own garage, having been shot, beaten, and suffocated in what a prosecutor described as a brutal killing. More than 3 years later, a trial is finally underway for J. Nicholas Kramer, 56, who prosecutors allege killed his one-time friend amid a feud that had been escalating over several days. Kramer, of Mora, Minnesota, had been staying with his wife in a camper on Myers' property at 3316 Kurt Lane, Mackinac. Kramer is charged with premeditated first-degree murder and intentional second-degree murder. A conviction on the top count would result in automatic life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Assistant St. Louis County Attorney Tyler Kennefick told jurors that the last recorded activity on Myers' phone was at 7:55 p.m. on the night of his apparent killing. His body, however, was not discovered until October 8th after a neighbor twice requested a welfare check and sheriff's deputies responded. A deputy located Myers' body in a garage where it appeared to have been intentionally concealed under bags of insulation, a mini bike, and a battery charger. His arms and legs were bound, there were rags stuffed in his mouth, and it appeared he was hit several times with a blunt object. Meyer and Kramer had previously exchanged heated text messages, with Meyer asking about a car window that had been shot out on his property and demanding that the defendant get his belongings off the property. A Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension expert is expected to testify that 2 cartridge casings found near the garage door were fired by the same pistol as a cartridge recovered from the Kramers' camper. A pipe was reportedly found in a trash can near Myers' body containing a bloody fingerprint left by the victim. DNA swabs revealed both Meyer and Kramer as likely contributors. Meyer grew up in Angora and graduated in 1990 from Cook High School. He worked as an industrial painter before starting his own auto body repair and painting business. He long lived in Eveleth, purchasing the Mackinac property just a year before his death in order to further pursue his career. The case is being heard by a jury of 7 women and 7 men, including 2 alternates. The trial is scheduled to continue into next week. Firefighters battled a blaze at a downtown Grand Marais restaurant Monday. Sydney's frozen custard and wood-fired pizza at 14 Broadway Avenue caught fire at about 11:30 a.m. and the building was quickly engulfed, WTIP North Shore Community Radio reported. The restaurant overlooks Lake Superior's East Bay and is one of the last businesses before reaching Artist Point. The owner of Sydney's could not immediately be reached by the News Tribune. Red Pine Realty is next door to Sydney's and was likely spared fire damage, said owner and broker Mike Raymond, but he does expect some smoke damage. Raymond, a pilot, told the News Tribune on Monday afternoon that he couldn't get close to the scene, so he flew above it to take a look. He said the fire appeared to be nearly contained and a large part of the lakeside of the building seemed to have damage. On April 13, 2020, a fire fueled by gusting wind destroyed Picnic and Pine, White Pine North, and the Crooked Spoon Cafe, also in downtown Grand Marais. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by the News Tribune's Northlandia podcast.
Today's forecast for the greater Duluth area, mostly sunny and mild with a west wind. That makes all the difference. High temperature getting up to about the low to mid 60s in the Duluth area. Tonight, mostly clear, rather breezy. Temperatures staying above 40 degrees over most of the area. Sunny and mild again tomorrow with a high temperature again somewhere around the middle 60s. Southwest winds around 10 to 20. Cooler weather coming later this week with a chance of rain that might even mix with a flake or two of snow at night. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist John Wheeler.
Thank you to the Northlandia Podcast for their support. The weekly podcast explores curious and unique stories here in the Northland. Each episode celebrates the region's distinctive people, places, and history. You can find all the episodes of Northlandia at duluthnewstribune.news or wherever you also get this podcast. Reporting for today's episode was done by Tom Olson and Jimmy Lovren. Thank you for listening to Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.